Hi students, today I am Sarala, Assistant Professor, AMC Group of Education Institution, Manishiri. Today we are going to discuss about a topic which is related to contract costing such as operating costing. Let us go through the slides and know what do you mean operating costing. Objectives of operating costing. Why this operating costing is applicable in contract costing. Here it facilitates the efficiency cost data, improving the efficiency of cost data, and it supports to fix the quotation price and cost comparison, cost control, and to eliminate under absorption of cost or over absorption of cost, and which helps to absorb fixed cost systematically. That is why this particular type of costing can be applied in cost accounting method. Let us see the meaning and definition. What do you mean operating costing? Operating costing is a process and a technique, accumulation and ascertainment of cost for providing standard service to the public or to an undertaking. According to CMA, London defines operating costing is that form of costing which applies where standard services are provided either by an undertaking or by a service cost center within an undertaking. Let us consider the examples, that is transport services, electricity services, hospitals, schools, etc. From this we can understand that operating costing is a particular method of costing which can be adopted by the undertaking those who are undergone operating services. Here they use this particular method of costing to ascertain their cost per unit according to their nature of business. So it is applicable only for operating costing such as transport services, electricity services, hospitals, schools. And what are the features of operating costing? This is a particular form of cost accounting method which provide the features such as the service is uniform, customer service is uniform, and the cost can be specifically classified into fixed and variable. There is no chance to physical stock in this particular case of costing, and the service to public is normally applicable this type of cost accounting method, and cost unit may be simple or composition. Different types of cost unit can be applied here, that is passenger kilometer, ton kilometer, per head, per person, etc. Total cost averaged to total units. Total cost can be divided by average total units. Cost collect from authentic document, and cost unit is selected by nature of service. Here we can see different cost unit using different services of undertakings. Here transport services use normally passenger kilometer, and goods carrier can be used ton kilometer. Theatre can be used per person, and hospitals per bed or per patient. Canteen can be used per meal or per unit. Hotels are used in per room or per meal. Private transport per trip or per kilometer. Library per person. So this cost unit is designed by the undertaking itself according to their nature of business and according to their other terms which is related to that particular business. So let us examine, that is transport using passenger kilometer, goods carrier ton kilometer, theatres per person, hospitals per bed or per patient, canteen per meal or per unit, hotel per room or per meal, private transport per trip or per kilometer, library per person. Here I explain a particular format of cost sheet which is related to operating cost. You can see this operating cost can be divided into running cost and fixed cost. The running cost including the cost of petrol or diesel, depreciation, oil and grease, wages, etc. Then the another area, that is fixed cost. A fixed cost including that the cost which is fixed periodically, that is salary of operating manager, insurance, motor vehicles, garage rent, general supervision, interest on capital, road tax. Then you can get the total fixed cost, and it can be divided by total number of unit of service provided. You can get the cost per unit. And just like the operating cost running is normally directly charged to per unit cost, then can compute the cost per unit. Machine hour rate is a technical term which is used in service costing, that is operating costing. Here the cost which is required to function a particular machine per hour, how it can be computed. First of all, it has to be calculated the total cost such as fixed charges and running charges, and take the total fixed charges along with, then divided by hours working for that particular machine, and you can get an hour cost, a cost per hour. Just like you can charge the running charges to the statement, then we can get the total running cost hour of a machine. Here is a problem for you which is related to cost units. The cost units are normally passenger kilometer, ton kilometer, per head, per person, per meal, etc. Then how this passenger kilometer can be computed from a given problem? Here in this problem we are given, that is number of services, number of buses, that is 6, days operated in the month 25, trips made by each bus 4, distance of route 20 kilometer one side, that is why we have to consider both the side, that is 20 into 2 for 40 kilometer, and the capacity of the bus 50 passengers, and normally there is 90% capacity is used, that is why the number of passengers is 50 into 90 by 100. Then let us look at the answer. Here the solution, that is how to compute total kilometer. Total kilometer can be computed by using this equation, that is number of buses into number of days into number of trips into distance per trip. That is, here in this problem, number of buses is 6 and number of days is 25 and number of trips 4, per one side distance 20 kilometer, that is why we have to multiply that is with 2 to get both the sides distance. So the kilometer running, that is 24,000. Then what is passenger kilometer? Along with the capacity of passenger we have to compute the kilometer, that is number of buses into number of days into number of trips into distance per trip into capacity into normal passengers traveling. Here the number of buses 6 into number of days 25 into number of trips 4 into number of distance, that is 40 into passengers 50 and normal capacity 90%, that is 50 into 90 by 100. Then we can get the answer, that is 10,80,000 passenger kilometer. Here is another problem to compute the cost per unit by preparing cost sheet. The problem are value of vehicle 1,50,000. It is given to compute the depreciation. Value of vehicle given is to compute depreciation. Road license fee. It is a fixed charge, rupees 2,500. Insurance per year, rupees 500 is also a fixed charge. Garage rent per year is a fixed charge, rupees 3,000. Drivers wages per month. The all other amounts are given for year. That is why we have to convert the drivers wages from month to year. That is why 2,500 into 12 is yearly wages of driver. And cost of diesel per kilometer 30. Per kilometer running mileage, that is 8 kilometer, and maintenance charge 2 per kilometer. Estimated life of the bus 1,50,000 kilometer and estimated mileage is 6,000. Here is a statement, you can see that it is just like a cost sheet. Here we can see particulars, total per year and cost per kilometer. Fixed charges. Here includes road license fee 2,500, insurance 500, garage rent 3,000, driver's wages per month 2,500. That is why to get it is into year, we have to multiply with 12, 2,500 into 12, that is equal to 30,000. So total fixed charges for the year is 36,000 and total mileage for the year 6,000. That is why kilometer per cost per kilometer 36,000 divided by 6,000, that is equal to 6. Then the variable charges, that is cost of diesel. Here the amount of cost of diesel, that is rupees 30 to get a mileage of 8. That is why per kilometer rate of diesel, that is 30 divided by 8 is equal to 3.75. And a tire maintenance is directly given rupees 2. And depreciation, here the cost of machine and cost of bus is 1,50,000 and the life, that is 1,50,000. Depreciation can be calculated by using the equation, that is cost of asset minus scrap divided by life period or lifetime. Here it is 1,50,000 divided by 1,50,000 can get rupees 1. The total cost per kilometer is equal to 6 plus 3.75 plus 2 plus 1, that is equal to 12.75. Okay, thank you.